All right, so the prices on tonight's game are once again the Dodgers as sizable favorites. And I'll say this, the Dodgers have been sizable favorites in every single game this World Series, and yet we stand at the World Series tied at 2 games apiece. So tonight, the Dodgers minus 210 on the money line over at BetMGM currently, and the Blue Jays plus 170. So, Jenks, let's start there. The question that we ask every single game, do the Blue Jays stand a chance?
Yes, absolutely. Look, this is a rematch of Game 1 when the Blue Jays won that game, right? They come out, they shell Blake Snell. Trey Savage was very good in that game. I tend to think that Snell's going to rebound in this one. God, am I going to go with the Dodgers again? But they've already proven they can hit Blake Snell. The question is, can you hit him in back-to-back games? That's exceptionally difficult to do. I do feel like, that said, the Dodgers are overpriced here. Minus 210 against a guy in Savage who can absolutely bring it with that splitter. That's what worries me. I like the Dodgers, but man, this is maybe when you look at a prop or maybe you look elsewhere, I feel like that the public money's going to come in on LA. Like, they're not going to lose back-to-back games. Snell's a baller, and he is, and I get that, but this is expensive.
Yeah, I think the price has passed us by to the point where you have to at least consider the Blue Jays at plus 170 because we've seen it. It's been a very evenly matched World Series. And here's the thing about the Blue Jays hitters is that they have done a great job of making some of these pitchers work for everything outside of Yamamoto, who's pitching in a different stratosphere. But last time around, Blake Snell walked 3 batters, which is kind of a return to what we normally see from Blake Snell, where he kind of labors and he gives up some hits, like he'll strand some runners. But still, at the end of the day, like, if you leave enough runners on base for the Blue Jays, they're going to make you pay because that is the bottom line of this Blue Jays team, is that right now they are the hottest hitting team in baseball. Like, on paper, the Dodgers have the best lineup in baseball with multiple future Hall of Famers. But if you're talking about, like, this recent stretch, you know, again, the Blue Jays are averaging over 6 runs a game this postseason. So it's one of those things where it's like, okay, it's the team that looks better on paper versus the team that has more momentum. We see this in baseball a lot. Jenks, when the Nationals won the World Series, it felt like they kind of subscribed to this, where they were the hotter team and they just rode that momentum into a World Series win. So I'm not saying that the Blue Jays are going to win tonight. I am just saying that I think that the Dodgers, if they do win, they'll still have to earn it.
I think that's absolutely right. And I hope they do. Like, I want to see this go 7. You know, we're already on a roll here, right? Come on. You're going to put ears on Friday? Trunk or treat? Is that right? I think I called it trick or trunk earlier. I'm like, oh,
you got it.
Oh, come on. What are you doing? Don't ask me to organize anything. Yeah. I mean, we need 7. We need 7 here. And I think we're going to get 7. I really do. Blue Jays now have home field advantage back after winning last night. But I'm looking at a total maybe. Am I going to be lame and go with the Dodgers? I'm talking myself through this, but I think the Blue Jays are going to keep this close. Would you consider Blue Jays plus 1.5 at minus 120? I tend to think if you're going to do that, you just go with full plus money. But some people like these bets.
I think that you could probably make a case for it, but it's just like the plus 170 is too tempting. Yeah. Because, like, if you think they're contending, like, they'll have the shot to win. So I think if I'm going to go with the Blue Jays, I'm going to go plus 170. But let's talk about this total for a second, because I do think it has been a tough handicap on some of these games.
Okay.
Like last night, the total was 8, or at least when I got it in the morning, and it landed on a push. So it's usually me looking at these lineups and saying, okay, like, the Blue Jays are raking the entire postseason, no matter who's pitching, besides Yamamoto. Right. But what do we expect from the Dodgers lineup today? Like, it's wild that that's the side of the coin where I'm like, are we going to get some runs from the Dodgers? Which is a wild thing to say.
I think we will. And I think part of the handicap is, I know this sounds really lame to say, but look, they had 6 hits last night, right? 2 runs. And it may be a very simple way of looking at it, but it's not necessarily a bad way to look at it, which is, do you think the Dodgers can be shut down? Because they were shut down at the plate last night. With all of that talent, will they be shut down for the second consecutive game? Like Shohei went 0 for 3, had a couple strikeouts, and they're probably going to walk him like they did a couple games ago. But can you hold back the Dodgers for 2 straight games? I think probably not.
As far as bets go, I think that you continue to ride the hot bat of Vladdy Jr. and you go hits plus runs plus RBI. 2+ is -103. So that means even if he gets walked and he gets knocked in and scores a run, that still counts for something. I feel like that's how you avoid the guys who get walked. Same goes for Shohei. But his number, of course, is a little bit more expensive. You'll probably have to play 3 on him. 3+ hits, runs, RBI is -109. But we saw it in the last game. Like, he got on base 9 times. So when he is on fire, he is on fire. But I do think Vladdy Jr. has been the hottest hitter this postseason. And I'm not going to be shocked if that continues. Plus, he has good splits off Blake Snell.
Yeah.
Good splits off Blake Snell coming into this series. So I feel like that is the bet that I will probably be making.